But he also hits the ball the other way very well.
And he hits it to deep left field, and this one is out of here. A cycle and a walk-off for LeTrey McCollum, and the Gauchos win it.
How big is that? Oh my! We talked about it earlier, and he comes up huge for the Gauchos. Oh my!
What is up, Inside Halos family? It's Brayden Zielke back again with LeTrey McCollum, Angels, undrafted free agent, outfielder and first baseman out of the UC Santa Barbara. How you doing today, LeTrey?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. All right. First question. I wanted to start off a couple years ago. So coming out of high school, what was it looking like? What were your offers? What schools were interested? And obviously you did end up committing to UC Santa Barbara, but what did that process look like?
Yeah, out of high school, I didn't have too many offers. I had an offer from obviously Santa Barbara, but I only had two other offers. One was from San Jose State, and the other was from CBU. And that was kind of during the COVID time. So coaches weren't really allowed to kind of talk to players the way they really wanted to and invite them out to their schools. So I talked to some other schools too, but I never got any actual offers from them. So I technically only had three offers. And when I was able to take a visit down to Santa Barbara, and when I just saw, the facility, and I didn't get to meet the coaches because it was during the COVID time. But when I saw the facilities and I saw what the school was about, I knew that's where I wanted to be.
Okay. So Turtles 248 on Discord asks, what's the difference from high school to college baseball, and what do you expect to see differently in the minors?
The difference, you mean the difference from college to the pros or high school to college?
Both. So, what was it like going from high school to college, and then what do you think it will be like going from college to pro baseball?
Yeah, okay. The difference between high school and college, I think the game moves a lot quicker in college, and you kind of have to understand the nuances of the game in order to be successful, and you have to find a way to slow it down for yourself. So I would say that's the biggest difference between high school and college is just a lot more details, and it moves a lot quicker. And then moving on to professional baseball, I just think the game moves even quicker in professional baseball. And if you're able to slow things down as much as you can, because the game really does move quick, I think that's what I kind of expect in the minor leagues. And I hope I'm able to, get a good grasp early, and then just keep moving from there.
So going into your senior season at UC Santa Barbara, what was the expectation for, coming into the draft and all that stuff compared to after the season? You hit 371, 6 home runs, you stole 17 bases, you had an OPS over 1, you had a great season. So where were you at, mentally and, even physically, going into that draft process?
Yeah, before the season, I knew that if I had a good year, I would have a shot to either be drafted or have a chance to sign as a free agent. But I didn't think about it too much at the beginning of the year because I think my junior year, I thought about it a little bit too much, and it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. So I kind of just let the year play out how it did, and I just wanted to just focus a day at a time and not just think too far in advance. But then, the season happened. It was a great season. I'm really grateful for what I was able to do. And then looking towards the draft after the year ended, I just wanted an opportunity, and I'm thankful that the Angels gave me that opportunity to continue my career and continue working towards my dream. So I'm really happy with the way it worked out. I was sitting there for a little while undrafted, which was not the most fun experience, but it all worked out. So I'm happy it did.
So on day 2 of the draft, what teams were calling you up? Was there any buzz that you get drafted? Did you think you get drafted? Did teams offer you any draft spots? What was that looking like?
Yeah, I got a call in the 8th or 9th round that a team was potentially wanted to take me, and it was between me and a couple other guys in their organization. And unfortunately, they decided not to choose me and chose somebody else. So I was hopefully expected to go to that team, and it just didn't work out. And then I didn't hear too much for the rest of the draft. And this is probably from the 11th through 20th round. I didn't really hear too much at all. And then like as soon as the draft ended, like I'm talking like within seconds after the draft ended, I got a call. And I had the choice between to pick between the Angels and the Blue Jays, and I
Okay.
definitely wanted to pick the Angels, just based off how awesome everyone, like, the people that called me from the Angels just seemed really just really cool people, and were really focused on development, and they just seemed like the people I wanted to be around. So I was glad I got the opportunity to pick the Angels.
Okay, so coming out of college, obviously you did say that the game moves a lot quicker. So someone asked this on X, and I thought this was a really, really interesting question because it's nothing I don't think about, but it's definitely a big part. How do you think you'll do adjusting from using an aluminum bat to a wooden bat? And have you ever played meaningful games with wood?
hmm Yeah. So for summer ball, after your college season, you always hit with wood bat.
Okay.
So I'm somewhat used to swinging with the wood bat, and for me, I think I'm like maybe a better hitter with a wood bat. I don't know. I feel like
Okay.
my past like couple summers like that I've used wood bats. I feel like I've been a better hitter. But yeah, the adjustment going to professional baseball, obviously you're facing a lot better pitching, and it's not as easy as the other leagues you could be playing in college. So with that transition, using a wood bat, I think it's gonna be a good challenge for me, and I'm excited to face that challenge. But I honestly think it's gonna be more of a fun experience using wood, and because like that's what all pros use is wood. So like to have a chance to be a pro and use wood is like that's what you live for. So I'm excited for it.
All right. So that right guy on Instagram has a couple questions, but I'll start with this one. He asks, what top two things do you feel that you need to focus on during your development in the Angels organization?
Yeah, the top two things I feel like I need to focus on in my development, I would say one of them is just hitting for power to all sides of the field. I obviously in college the power started coming along a little bit my senior year, and I was able to get some more defense. But I think using that power just all over the field, and being able to use the whole field, and crank out a lot more extra base hits. To help contribute towards the team's success was going to be really huge in pro ball. And then the second thing I would say that I want to continue to develop is from a physicality standpoint. I do want to get a little bit bigger. I am right now. I'm around 210. I want to hopefully get around like 215, like close to 220. In terms of just how I want to be from a physicality standpoint, and I think that will also help me get stronger and use that power to all fields.
So that right guy also asks, what did you learn this past season at UC Santa Barbara that will help you continue to improve?
Yeah, that's a good question. What I learned at Santa Barbara this year, I think the most important thing that I learned is that baseball, it's just baseball at the end of the day. So I think like when I simpled down my approach, and I simpled down really everything that I was doing on the field, I simpled it down to the pitcher's throwing me the ball and I have to hit it.
Mhm.
And when you remember like these like certain cues, it's like really simple cues that vary with every person, with every hitter. Um, when you remember simple cues or simple things, it helps you stay consistent over a long period of time. And that's what I was able to learn my senior year, just remembering my simple cues that I had the entire year. And even like when I had a little rough stretch, I was able to just use those cues to get right back on track. And I think that's the main thing I learned from Santa Barbara, just how to be consistent and how to always have that mental game, with simple cues.
Okay, so this is from Derek Shumway. He asks, what makes you excited about being an Angel?
Yeah, ever since when I got the call to sign with the Angels on draft day, I was immediately excited just with the opportunity. I think just meeting all the staff these past couple of days, and on the phone, they seem just like I said before, they just seem really excited. They seem really in it to develop their players through their farm system. And like when you hear people talk and like how excited they are for you and how excited they are for their organization to keep getting better and keep improving, like that that definitely excites me. And it just shows me I'm like, yeah, like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to help contribute any way I can. So just hearing all the support and how just really determined that the entire staff is really exciting.
All right, so this one's kind of like another double question, but what do you feel like is the strongest tool about your game besides your mentality, and what do you bring to the Angels organization?
Yeah, I've been somewhat getting this a lot. That my strongest tool is my bat to ball skills. So I'm just able to put the bat on the ball, and especially with 2 strikes, being able to put the ball in play and do something positive for the team. So yeah, my whole life I've kind of heard that I've had some pretty good bat to ball skills, and I've kind of started to believe it for myself a little bit. But yeah, I'd say for sure, those skills of just being able to use the whole field and put the ball in play and just make the defense work. And sometimes it doesn't work out, but if you do it over a consistent amount of time, it usually pans out very well.
Yeah, I mean, your 431 college on base percentage does speak for itself. Okay, so this one is, what is the feel? What does it feel like to become a professional, and what is your advice for kids that want to play at the next level?
Yeah, so what it feels like to be a professional. When I had this opportunity to now become a professional, it definitely feels like you've moved up like kind of a step. You've kind of you're moving up kind of in the baseball world. But it also means that there's just more work to do. So I think it's really cool to like have the title of a professional baseball player, but once kind of like all the like media and like all the media hype and everything goes down of like that you signed with the team or you got drafted, it's like it's time to get back to work. So I think it is really a really cool opportunity, and I'm really blessed to be in this situation. But it ultimately just means it's back to work, and I just got to keep getting better. And yeah, advice to some of the young kids out there, just to take advantage of your opportunities and never count yourself out. I feel like there could have been multiple times where I kind of counted myself out, or when things didn't work out my junior year with the draft and everything, I could have really just given up. But yeah, just a message to those young kids: just don't give up on yourself, and don't beat yourself up over failures, because failures happen. You're supposed to fail. Like you won't learn unless you fail. So I think it's important just to pick yourself back up and keep moving forward, because failure is a part of life. It's part of baseball for sure. And if you're not failing, you're either not going hard enough, or if you're afraid to fail, you're never going to get better because you're never learning. So yeah, that's what I'd say to the kids out there.
Okay, so our editor and the founder over here at InsideHalos, he asks, his name is Brian. He asks, first and foremost, welcome to Halo Nation. What are your hobbies, and what do you like to do in your free time?
Yeah, hobbies. Back in Santa Barbara, I loved kind of just going to the beach with my friends. We started playing spike ball at the beach all the time. We play that, kind of throwing around the football. And then this new thing I kind of got into probably this past year at school was playing pickleball. And me and a lot of my friends play pickleball, and it's fun to kind of compete and kind of talk your trash to the other team. But it's all fun. But yeah, pickleball is really fun. I've loved doing that over this past year.
All right, just got a couple more questions. So obviously you signed with the Angels, the same team that drafted your teammate, right-handed pitcher Tyler Bremner, 2nd overall. So what is something that people don't know about Bremner, the person, that you've experienced through your time at UCSB?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously he's a great pitcher, first pitcher off the board, and he's been a top pitcher in this country, for a couple of years now. But yeah, something that people probably don't know, it's just like he's a really down to earth guy. Like he doesn't really compare himself to like somebody else. He doesn't really care about what he's done. He's not going to treat you any differently if you're not on the same level of a pitcher as he is. Like he's just a really down to earth guy. He's a really cool guy. And talking to him over these years, really humble and just a really good guy to be around. He's not kind of one of those guys who you feel kind of lesser around because of how good he is or whatever. He treats you like a person, and I think that's how everyone should be treated, no matter how good you are at baseball or how good you are at golf or whatever you're good at. Like you should always just treat people with that same respect, because like we're all humans at the end of the day, and we're all good at something. So yeah, that's I don't know if people ever were thinking like how he is as a person. Like that's how he is. He's a great guy.
And have you ever faced him in inner squads? And if you have, like, what is that experience like?
Yeah, no, I have faced him a couple times. I believe this past year, I think I probably faced him maybe like 3 or 4 times. He definitely struck me out maybe once or twice. I think I got one hit off him. I think the other one was like a fly out. But like it's always like tough at bats. It's 3-2 count or like a 2-2 count, or if I'm somehow in a 0-2 count, which I think has happened once. But yeah, he's a great pitcher, and it's fun just competing against him because I know I'm getting better facing a top arm like him. So it's fun battles that we did this past year.
All right, so I just got one more question for you. So just to kind of wrap this up, like what was your favorite and least favorite part about the whole draft and undrafted free agent, like that whole process? What was your least favorite thing and your favorite thing about that?
Yeah, my favorite thing I would just say is just getting an opportunity. It all worked out the way it was supposed to, and just trusting God and trusting the plans He has for me. I think that's just the best thing that could have happened, and it all worked out. And yeah, the least favorite thing, probably just sitting there, for a little while. And day 2 was kind of long until I got that call, and then the other team that said they might, pick me, and then it didn't end up happening. So I think just kind of sitting there waiting for something to happen that didn't happen till the very end of the draft was probably my least favorite part.
Okay, so I actually did have one more question that I forgot about.
Yeah,
So to actually wrap it up.
okay.
So obviously you've only been there for a short amount of time, but how is camp going? And, what are the kind of things you guys have been doing? And do you have any idea when or where your assignment will be into the minor leagues?
Yeah, camp has gone pretty well. We've been here for a couple of days now, and today was like the first actual day of camp. The days we were here before was more physicals and just getting ready to get going. But yeah, today I just meeting all the guys too. Everyone here is just really cool, really down to earth people. They're just really good guys to get to know from all over the country. So those guys are really cool. And yeah, the camp's going well. The first day was today, and we kind of had a lot of meetings going on today. We did a little bit of baseball stuff. We were able to take some BP on the field and get some defense work in. But yeah, just talking to a lot of the people on the staff and them giving us their advice for how we should progress through the farm system, and how it's ultimately on us. How we're going to progress and how we're going to hopefully move up through these levels. But yeah, it's been cool so far, and then we're back at it tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. And then we won't find out where we're going for our affiliates in terms of where we're going for a team until I'm pretty sure after Thursday, after the last day of camp. So as of right now, I don't really know where I'm going, but I'm gonna be excited wherever they place me.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. It was great to talk to you, and best of luck with the Angels.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right, thank you.
All right. No problem.